Now, what would you prefer? The ADRO BMW M4 Widebody V1 or the V2? We came up with the ADRO BMW M4 Widebody V1 in 2024, limited to 10 units, and it was all sold out in 3 months. But we went ahead and developed the V2 Widebody. Now, what's the difference between the V1 and the V2? V1 was all about how we can push the limits on how aggressive a BMW could get, and I think it did its job creating a huge splash in the BMW community. With ADRO J82 Widebody, 70 millimeters wider on the front and 90 millimeters wider on the rear, it sure did its job. With the V2, we wanted to refine it a little bit more, less aggressive, but more DTM. As you can see, the front fenders come all the way down, exposing the beautiful surfacing to the bumper. Where the V1 had more ducts on the side, we got rid of it and added canards. There was a change in the hood too. Where the V1, the line continued all the way towards the air ducts, combined with the fins, with the vertical fins. The V2, actually, we continued the line all the way to the cowl points and stretch the air ducts as wide as possible so that car looks more gentle, but at the same time keeping that wide stance. The whole theme for the side view for the V1 was to extend the hood as much as possible to get an extreme shark nose on the front. Like the latest Maseratis, it gives a very longer feeling and it makes the car look really aggressive. But with the V2, we extended it way less than the V1, still keeping that shark nose, but keeping a smaller grille, like the old E30s, E46, and E36. And this was heavily influenced by the snowplow and the small grille combination of the 2002 Homage concept from BMW. On both cars, you can see there was a lot of consideration on keeping the OEM lines, not disturbing the lines, but let the lines flow to the fender. Also the side light catcher where it continues all the way towards the rear. So the purpose of this widebody is not to disrupt the original OEM gesture, but to enhance it. Enhance the lines that was already existent to make it look more aggressive, keeping the same character. And it was not only about keeping the lines, but we took a lot of consideration on the Aero. For example, this tunnel that goes behind the front wheel arch, and also this part on the rear where we made sure that the air gets sucked out from the front and the rear tires for more efficiency. So what is the biggest difference on the rear? The theme itself is pretty much the same, but we came out with the new end plates. On the V1, we had a very curved end plates versus the V2. We wanted to keep it a little bit more edgier, a little bit more flatter for more of that DTM kind of a look. And to me, it gives it a way more modern vibe versus the V1 and the V2. The highlight of the rear for me is this section where you see the undercut and a fin and an air tunnel that goes out from the rear tires, which personally I think is sexy. So that was the design breakdown of the V1 M4 Widebody and V2 M4 Widebody by ADRO. If you guys want to see more breakdowns like this, make sure you comment below. And until then, we'll see you on the next episode.